if you're looking to tone up and feel sexy in your skin this summer, but you're currently winging it in the gym, jumping from random machine to random machine, spending hours on end there, sticking to the same 4 kilo dumbbells week on week, or jumping on a treadmill and spending your whole life on there, and you are going to the gym without a plan, and it still doesn't work, and you're feeling unsure what to do for the best because nothing is bloody working, and you're still not feeling like a toned little queen, then I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you how to train and how to get the workout structure that you need. So keep watching. And I actually have a free 4-week workout plan that is going to give you the structure that you need for free, with weekly webinars sent on emails as well, so that you know exactly what to do once you get your bum into the gym. The free Fit Girly Summer Fat Loss Plan is linked in the description below, and it is unreal, so go get it downloaded, because I've been following it over the last 1.5 weeks and I've lost 1.2 kilos, and I'm ready for you to get your Fit Girly Summer on too. So get it downloaded, the link's below. I'm Christy, owner of Christy Meg Girl Gang Fitness Coaching, and I have helped hundreds of women over the last 4.5 years to feel fucking unreal in their skin, build confidence not only in the gym, in the journey, but also in their self and in their body, so that they can get into shape and keep it that way whilst actually enjoying the gym rather than it feeling like a chore. And my mission is to help more girlies understand how to train for fat loss and how to achieve their goals and keep it that way, because we want to feel unreal and fit girlies in our skin, don't we? And if you're not already, then make sure to follow at Christy Meg Fitness, because I post helpful content about fat loss all the time. So as I said, I have been following my 4-week free Fit Girly Summer Fat Loss Plan over the last 2.5 weeks, and we are into week 3 now. So this is the 3rd of the YouTube series, and this one is all about structuring your training and how to get into the gym and how to train. And I'm going to run you through one of the workout plans on the 4 weeks free. So I'm going to take you through the lower body day, because sorry, there was someone outside and I got distracted because there was a dog. So I'm going to take you through the lower body day, as there are a few tricky exercises in there. So I'm going to run you through the workout that is literally in the 4 weeks free fat loss plan. I'm going to take you through the lower body day because it's probably got the most tricky exercises in. I'm going to run you through how I get into the gym and what I do from the get-go and what I focus on. And then I'm going to run through warm-ups and warm-up sets. I'm going to run through how to train once you get in there and how to build up your weights. I'm going to show you what we should be focusing on, how we should be training, and how we should be getting stronger each and every week. And I'm going to show you all of that. And I'm going to get my bum there now. So off we go. I'll see you there. I'm so bloody glad the sun has finally come out. I'm on my way to the gym, so I hope the sun stays because it is fucking June. But anyway, so first point with regards to training is we want to be consistent. So you've got your 3 workouts a week, your upper, your lower and your full, and we want to be consistent with that. You've got them in the spreadsheet, you can literally log them, track everything you're lifting and work on progressing that each week. But consistency is key, doing 3 sessions a week. So we've got to make sure that we are staying disciplined, and honestly, if you are not following a structured plan, I am so not surprised that you're not sticking to anything consistently and you're not showing up each and every week for the same amount of times. There's nothing worse than going twice one week, then the next week you go 4 times, next week you go once, next week you go 5 times. No, we don't want to be doing that. We want to be following a structure. And other thing with like doing different amounts of sessions each week is you're not going to be able to put max effort into your lifts. And like, if you don't have the structure of the same exercises week on week, you're not going to have that progression that we need for progressive overload, which is the key to training and sort of what I'm going to run through in this workout. So yeah, structure is very important, tracking your lifts is very important, warm-ups, very important. So yeah, oh my God, this air is so hot, it's really nice. I hope I get a tan. So yeah, I'm almost at the gym now. What you want to do when you first get into the gym, I'm going to talk about now on the way. So you get into the gym, you want to do a warm-up. You want to do some mobility stretches that are going to prime your body for the exercises. So for me, because we're going to go through a lower day, we're probably going to start with some squats. We're going to start with some hip mobility. So maybe some weird stretches. That's not actually the name. I think they're called the world's greatest stretch or something, to get our hips mobilized. And then after we've done a couple of sets of that, we're going to get into our main strength part of the workout, but also making sure to do warm-up sets. So yeah, I'm going to show you exactly how I am going to train in the gym. I'm going to run you through the workout, and I won't lie, I am not the most motivated queen to go get this done today. I've literally got an hour and a half. These workouts should last around an hour, because we want to get in the gym and we want to get out. We don't want to be spending hours there, do we? So we're starting with RDLs and we're going to go into our warm-up sets. And I will actually always do a warm-up set on the bar for any barbell exercise. Before I get started actually, if you do not have access to a bar like this, you can use a pre-weighted bar. A lot of gyms have, you can use dumbbells. So yeah, whatever you have really. So we're going to get into that warm-up set with the bar and we're going to build up to the weight that we want to use. So my reps in the 4 weeks free fit girly summer are 3 sets of 10 to 12. So we're going to build to a weight with our warm-up sets that we can do for 12 reps essentially. So we're going to start with the bar. Let's get into that. So we're stepping back, keeping our feet pointed forwards, bending our knee, and what we're doing is we're hinging our hips back, keeping the bar nice and close to your legs, and then about just under your knees, you want to drive through your feet back to the top, keeping them nice and planted into the ground, keeping that bend in your knee and driving through your feet. So you don't want to go too low, because if you go too low, then you're going to feel it in your back, and we want to feel it in your hamstrings and in your glutes. So this one is great if you want a peachy booty. Now we're going to add some more weight. We're going to add some weight and go into about 50% of our max load now. And again, this is going to be a warm-up set. I'm going to be lazy and not put clips on it. So now on this set, I'm only going to do a couple of reps until I get to around 4 or 5, and then I'm going to actually perform the set when I get to the weight that I want to use. You don't have to do your warm-up sets full reps, but as long as you're building up the weight and doing like a few, then you're absolutely fine. So that's 6. Gonna get some more weight on. So I've got 60 kilos on the bar now, so this is my 3rd warm-up set, and I'm gonna go for a few reps, see how the weight feels, and if I think that I can do 12 reps with more weight, then I'm gonna stop at around rep 6 and add some more weight until I can get to a rep 12 where I am going balls to the wall and it's really fucking hard. So yeah, we'll go do that set now and see how we are feeling. But essentially, like, once you've mastered the form, we want to be training as close to failure as we can before form breaks down. And then at that point, we want to just work on getting stronger, getting fitter, and building on those weights each and every week to make sure we are progressively overloading. And progressive overload, you can either add weight, add a rep, or add control, or have shorter rest times. All forms of progressive overload. So if you can't up the weight, you can always up the reps, or you could actually control the movement a little bit more and focus on that time under tension instead. But yeah, so next one. I have actually put clips on this one so that if I tip, it's not gonna fall off. Oh, this actually does feel heavy. So for that one, I decided to go for 12 reps because it was fucking hard. And as you can see, I'm knackered. And you probably saw with me doing that set that as I continued through, the reps got a bit slower as I was getting more tired. So you will find this, but just keep pushing through as much as you can. And yeah, you want to be sweating and feeling this out of breath at the end of your set. If you're not, train harder. We're going to go for 2 more sets now at this weight. Which means business if these are coming out. So for this one, we actually have 2 heavier sets for each 10 reps, and then we're dropping the weight down and going for 12 to 15 reps. Warm-up sets are done, so I'm going to get into my main sets now and tell you how to do it. And this is a narrow stance leg press as well, so you want your feet to be quite mid to low on the pad, and you want them pointed forward, quite a narrow stance, just to focus on our quads, really. And it's just going to give you a bit more knee flexion so that you do feel this exercise a little bit more quad focused. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, we're going to do abduction now. So you want to sort of feel this at the sides of your bum. Hopefully I'm in the camera. Yep. So we've got 2 sets of 15. Gripping the handles to plant your bum into the seat. You don't want to be lifting. And we're just going to drive our legs outwards as far as we can. Pause for a second. Control back down. Squeeze. 2, 3. When it gets hard, you want to rip these handles off. Just to save a bit of time, I'm going to do the adduction as well, because I can actually do that on this same machine. So we're twisting these around, but this time we're going to be pushing inwards instead of out. So we're going to lift the handle as wide as we can, lock ourselves in, bum planted into the seat, gripping those handles and driving in. Just really pushing my feet into the pads to drive those weights inwards. So we've got one more set of each of them. So as you can probably tell, as I've gone through this workout, on the end few exercises, I have not actually done warm-up sets, and that's because my muscles are already warm from doing the warm-up sets on all of the other exercises. So you'll find in the plan that you've got the bigger exercises at the start, which are more compound movements, and then later down the line, at the end of your workout, you've got more isolation ones. So I've just got straight into those. You can as well, on your spreadsheet, track the weights that you've used each week, and the idea is that you remember what you did this week, then next week we want to look on building on that. So the rule of thumb is that if you've hit the top ends of your rep range on all 3 sets, then you up the weight. Clearly, you're lifting a weight that you can do for 3 sets of whatever reps that is. So next week we would up the weight and go for those reps again. If at that point we then get a bit of drop off where we're going, say the rep range is 8 to 10, we're hitting 10, 10, 10, we up the weight. Then the next week we get 10, 9, 8. What we'll do then is keep the weight the same and then focus on increasing the reps until we get full 3 sets of 10, so that we know we're either adding weight, adding reps, and if we can't do either of those things, then we just want to control the movement more. Obviously form is most important, so that's going to be the thing that you want to watch out for, and you want to make sure you're feeling it in the right muscles and you're keeping the time under tension and the control, most important. But then we want to be progressing as much as we can each week. My battery on this is going to die, so I'm going to do the next exercise, which is actually a seated leg curl, I believe, but I don't like the seated leg curl in our gym. So it's pretty similar, and if you don't have a seated leg curl either, you can do this exercise, which is a lying leg curl. Both are going to be working the hamstrings, so that's like the backs of your legs, which you can't even see. So I'm going to get into that now, and we want to be squeezing, feeling it in the right places, getting the full range of motion. I'm going to get it videoed because this is going to die. So leg extension now, planting our bum into the seat, feet behind here, gripping your handles, flexed feet, and then we're sitting up nice and tall and then driving. That was too heavy. Pulling the handles, keeping our bum firm on the seat, up, control that down. This is quite an uncomfortable one, and you're going to be feeling it down your legs, on your quads. And I definitely recommend taking your feet out in the rest breaks because, oh my God, it's a hard one. I did not get a chance to film the reverse lunges, which are exercise 3, because I couldn't get on them, then my camera died. But thoughts after the session, it was a good one, we pushed, and that is my second workout of the week done. So we've done upper, we've done lower, so we're to a strong start. It's only Tuesday, and yeah, I'm going to go home now, refuel after that session, and do some stretches. Just seen someone that I know, she just waved at me and I couldn't wave because I was filming this. But yeah, so if you haven't already, you can literally get some free workouts as well as a free guide to fat loss and webinars each week that are going to tell you exactly what you need to be doing over the next few weeks, and what sort of habits to build, and what to do in the gym, what to do with your nutrition, what to do to planning social plans, like, because I know you girlies are social queens and sometimes it can fuck our progress. So if you've not downloaded it yet, it is literally linked below, so get it downloaded. So to refuel, I have a yummy chicken salad. So we've got protein with the chicken, we've got salad for the volume, and we've got, what else? Potatoes to replenish the carbs, and I've got some feta cheese in there to add a little bit of stomach to the salad to make it exciting, and a bit of reduced fat salad cream. So yeah, that's gonna be yummy. And yeah, so hopefully you've downloaded the 4 weeks free now, but make sure you are following me on Instagram at @ChristyMegFitness, and like and subscribe to the channel, because I've got one more week left of the 4 weeks free, and the next video is going to be all about managing social plans, because I have a hen do next weekend, so actually I might delay it, next week, so I'm going to show you how I'm factoring in that with some of the tips that I spill in the 4 weeks free webinar. So yeah, I'll chat to you soon, girls.